Las Vegas, and we are back in the Gen 4 car for a race at Las Vegas, the newly reconfigured, not reconfigured, but refreshed Las Vegas. First time I'm seeing it, but being a brand new scan and art, it's probably going to be very, very taxing on the system, and I'm hoping I'm not going to have a bunch of frame rate issues like I had at Charlotte in the 87s. Maybe a little bit easier on the system with only 2 car makes, but it's still probably going to be pretty rough on the front stretch just with all those grandstands and stuff. I tried messing with the settings, but I'm not sure I got them in a good spot yet. They're pretty close to what I had last time, but there's some improvements. It seems like everything looks quite a bit better, and I'm getting less frames, so there's still some things I have to mess with. Good lord. That thing did not turn out of turn 2. We'll try and get another run to the line. We have the number 3 here. We got like a 28 car field. Not sure how good this race is going to be. If it was still on the old draft model they had when they originally released this car, I would say this would just be a pack race because there's not a ton of off-throttle time. But I think should be able to get spread out fairly easily. I hope, anyway. 80 laps. Pitting-wise, I'm not sure what we're going to want to do. Probably just right around halfway, maybe a little afterwards, because there's not a ton of tire fall-off with this car. That was a 5th place time right there. I'm surprised to see that, a 29.5. I could not get anywhere near that in the practice. I did practice a green flag pit stop before the session launched. It's not super tough to get on this pit road. Might be worth trying another one. How many? We got over 2 minutes left, almost 2 minutes left. We can go ahead and go around and try another one just to be safe. See if we can remember how to do it. Yeah, it's been a couple weeks since I've been in the Gen 4 car. I just haven't had a lot of time. And these races are a little bit longer than some of the other series I could run. And I've just not been having much time to race anything for a little bit on Fridays, but we've got time tonight for a night race here at Las Vegas. You get a lot of time to slow down. Long time before that cone pops up.
Like the way you're driving. Your lap times will be deleted until you reset the car and try again.
This pit road looks crazy different now, and all the yellow walls and stuff. I don't remember when Las Vegas originally came out, but it seems like it had been a long time since they'd done a refresh on it. And the yellow walls look very jarring. Or I just could be completely misremembering everything about it. Maybe we already had the yellow walls, but I think we didn't, because they seem to really pop, and these skid marks down pit road. First race I've done in the Gen 4 since I've upgraded the computer, so hopefully everything goes okay with that still. Everything seems to be running pretty well. Haven't encountered anything too bad. It did help, though. I was able to copy all my iRacing files that I needed. I went ahead and regenerated a new rend DXG file just to get it fresh, because my other one was having problems, but I did save the other one so I could reference all the settings off of that. Seems to be alright. And we are going to be starting 7th, and this is just all messed up. I don't know what the heck's going on with this. It's like showing people that were in practice, not the race session. And it's like not even sorting half of them. Love that new UI. Looks like we're starting 7th, though. And I can't even close it. Is my game going to crash because of this? Stuff is acting weird. Okay. I'm going to move the brakes all the way to the rear. Treat it like the old ARCA car. because it's pretty similar. Just a little bit more power. And we'll see what we can do.
Alright, man, line up on the inside row. Pit road is closed.
4 tires of fuel is going to be our stop. Looks like we can probably make it just a couple laps past halfway. Once that starts to calculate the RPM and the higher usage. I haven't practiced a start yet, so that could potentially be bad. Kind of nervous about that. I've had some trouble starting this car at some other tracks. Darlington comes to mind. Getting caught out with some intense wheel spin that seems to come out of nowhere. But this place should have quite a bit more grip than Darlington. Especially at night here. But still going to be careful. Do what we can to keep the car safe and underneath us. Watch out for it pushing up into the wall out of turn 2. It seems to be very tight there. And see what we can do. They really should put track temp down in there in the weather box. Because if we've got access to the weather information, I mean, the teams would have access to the track temp too, right? I mean, not that that's something they'd really look at a lot in real life, but for us, it could be interesting to see that. Hopefully they get to where they're adding more useful information that you'd get from a lot of third-party apps, like Crew Chief and Race Labs and stuff, the fuel calculator and everything. Because if they get where they can add a fuel calculator and stuff that's more accurate and can really do some good stuff, that'd be very helpful. They've got auto fuel, which seems to work okay. I have a hard time trusting it, but I don't think it's ever caused me a problem other than adding too much fuel when I don't mean to take some, but that's only happened a couple times. But I still don't think it's quite as accurate as the third-party stuff. But maybe in the future they'll have things. We're getting ready to go green here. 80 laps at Las Vegas in the Gen 4 car. We'll see if we can keep this clean. Nice and easy through the gears. No real wheel spin to worry about there. Just roll the bottom down here. That outside's probably going to be pretty good out of turn 2 just because of how tight it is on the bottom. We'll lose a spot or two here early. That's okay. We can settle into a little gap here behind the 18 car. Right inside the top 10, and maybe we can start to pull away from the guys behind us. Looks like they're all packed up still back there. Both cars kind of sliding up the track a little bit, but looks like you got it settled back down somewhat. Oh, and crash behind us. We get an early yellow. No reason to pit or anything like that. Might as well save some fuel here, maybe go a little bit longer in case we do want to go long on the pit strategy. I don't know what the call is going to be, but I imagine the tire wear and fall off is not going to be huge, just based on the races we've done in the past.
Pit road is now open.
Yeah.
We fell back to 9th after starting 7th, but that's fine. It's going to be a single file restart, I think.
What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? It wasn't me. I don't even know what happened. I'm in last.
People are getting angry at each other back in the back of the pack. And we've only completed 2 laps, getting ready to complete our 3rd. This may be a wreck fest. I think this did split. There was over 40 that were signed up. So, wouldn't think it'd be too bad, but never know. Got a lot of plain white and red cars around me.
Well, being you're the number 28 on a 28 car field, I would just race, man, just be quiet. But yeah, if anybody's trying to race on lap 1.
And only 2 split.
What did I do? 28. What did I do?
Something's going on back there. I hope we don't get back there to see it, because it seems like
Is there anyone out there?
there's some anger going on.
He did.
But I hope this race goes green at some point. I don't want this to take forever. The one to go now. Is there going to be any lap traffic?
Alright, man, we're
Doesn't
going
look
green
like it.
next time. Bye.
Alright, tires are a little bit warmer than they were. Maybe not, actually, but we did a couple corners with them, so
Are
they
you
might
guys
have
seeing this?
a little less grip. Got to be careful on the start.
Just report him call today.
28 back there causing problems, it sounds like.
We have smooth brains in here.
Maybe not.
I'm just waiting to hear who beat.
13?
Oh, me?
No, 13 just came out of pit road. He's on pit road now. I'm not sure who's back there
Hey, I'm gonna stay low.
doing stuff.
Listen, 20. I'm gonna stay low.
Maybe it is a 28.
All right. We're gonna restart single file here, and this guy is a fucking piece of shit. So we're gonna let him dig his own grave.
10-4. For the restart zone and these cars on restarts, I forget.
Get
No.
ready.
There is not. And there shouldn't be.
Careful, go.
The pace car is in.
10-4, thank you.
Green flag, green flag.
Gotta be really careful once it gets to the higher revs, and we get an instant yellow.
Line up single file. Pit road is closed.
Oh!
Get out of the fucking lobby, dude.
28 car intentionally wrecking people back there.
I had a feeling.
Sounds like, from what everyone else is saying.
Y'all can give him a nice vacation if y'all report that.
I imagine there will be.
What happened?
The 28 has caused 3 wrecks in 2 minutes. He's wrecking people under caution, trying to spin them. He restarted in the wrong position. I mean, it's insanity.
Too bad he wasn't car number 1 in the second split, sounds like.
I pretty much don't report as a rule, but somebody here who's smarter than me wants to handle that. I don't mind a bit.
Where the heck is the pace car?
On 28. It sounds like
Pit
there's
road 12 car.
a couple people that blame you.
Pit road 12
Well, he's not
car.
responding, and then when you try to, I don't know how to communicate with somebody.
Is everyone on all drivers?
For about 6 times, you done said everything you were trying to say, right? I mean, we're...
Bunch of people on pit road, laps down now. The 2 cars, one of them.
I hear you.
I think
Pittsburgh travel, boys.
I think I still need to enable my all drivers chat.
Yeah, y'all gotta go to F0 or 0, wherever, and activate all teams. Because I don't guess everybody is hearing one another.
Oh, all teams or all drivers?
Whoops. That's not what I wanted.
You want the right side to be on drivers, and you can put the left side on all teams.
I don't know what the button is for that. He said 0, but that wasn't 0. But yeah, the radio
Oh,
controls.
He is responding and I'm not hearing it?
No, he has not responded. I hadn't heard him say a word.
None of my radio controls seem to be working.
10 and unmute all teams to be able to hear.
Got no front end left on the car.
I heard him with his goddamn bumper. I don't need to any.
Yeah, all team box needs to have a blue check mark. Don't worry.
But on the send, it needs to be drivers.
Oh, that one.
Talk at the same time.
I see.
I think he just left.
Heads up, 12. Car.
It's just
I'm
the
gonna
F
say you
box.
can unmute all teams so you can hear both drivers and all teams.
But I still can't change my radio channel like I could.
Man. Line up on the outside row now.
Oh well. Oh, there he
Yeah,
is.
good lead. They took the pit road. 1 minute 2.
We'll hear what he's saying too, I guess.
All teams is like the spectators and spotters and everybody. It should be just the drivers.
Bro, the 28 is trying to talk, I think.
Aaron.
Races. Have I ever caused a problem? No. Have not.
If you're not in the replay screen, Colton, press F10 and look at the drivers and everybody can hear you.
This is just a mess.
Press F10.
Scroll up on your black box. So
This
where
is a
it says
mess.
radio.
Hopefully we'll get some green flag racing now.
All drivers.
We're almost 20 minutes into this video. They're going to be talking about radio communications. But we'll see if we can actually go green here now. Got the 14 and the 12 right around us. Some people that were laps down on pit road with some damage, I presume. But we're getting ready to go back green.
Green flag, green flag. The lead is 32.0.
Kind of a strung out start there, but we're good. See if we can put in some laps and not let it get too tight out of 2. Gonna be the main thing, I think. They just drove away from us on the entry to 3 that time. Maybe we need to be entering a little harder there. Looks like we're green for a minute now, though. Knock on wood. Somebody gets loose just up ahead. Start driving it just a little harder. I don't want to fall off too bad. Because I know there's not going to be a ton of tire wear fall off at the end of the run. More than likely. Got a little loose there. I caught the apron a little bit, and then a little bit of a frame drop. Big arc through the corner here, and they're almost 3 wide. Somebody's up on the wall. Just be patient with it. We got the 1 car flying up through the field. Probably didn't qualify. He'll be past us here in a second. Looks like he's going to go to the top side. We'll just leave it open for him. He is just diving it in. Nearly wrecks the 19. That stacks up the whole field behind us. We just got to go, and he's getting dove 3 wide. Still just got to go. We're going to lose a spot to the 1 and the 8 here. Probably not going to be able to hold them off. I don't feel like I'm hurting the tires too bad, even though we are kind of pushing a little hard here. Oh, the 19 and the 10 almost coming together. 8 got a really good entry into 3 that time. He'll have the spot into 1. Might need to follow him around the 10 if we can. But we're not turning at all. And the 1's going to take it 3 wide at the earliest opportunity. We're just plowing tight all of a sudden, and I can't get back to the bottom now. And we're very wobbly down the backstretch. See if we can pass the 10 on the outside, I guess. And maybe now we can get settled in a little bit. P10. It got a little tight up there a couple times, so that might hurt us later, but hopefully it won't be too bad. But hard, clean racing around us. Pack racing. Not really pack racing, but we're all close together still. But it's starting to get more spread out. Oh my gosh. Got up behind the 19 and the air off the nose just shoved it way up the track. We need to try and get around him if we can. A little bit loose there. And there, but I'm actually not upset with that on either side of the track. I think it's going to get tight later. Especially right there out of turn 2 as we pack the wall. That was not a good corner entry. There, we got the inside call. Should be able to make that pass. The 1's kind of slowed down some. Dang, it is tight once I get behind somebody. Just can't turn out of the corner. I guess I just need to run middle. I don't know. The bottom just doesn't seem to work well for me right now. Like I get in line behind somebody and the car just won't turn. The nose just shoves terribly. Maybe this will hurt us long run, but I don't know. It seems to be working okay right now, and I'm nearly grabbing that wall on exit, which would really be bad. Yeah, I just cannot turn when I get behind somebody. It's alright. We're still in 9th, basically where we've been the whole time. Pulling away from the guys behind us at the moment, but they're racing pretty hard. Just waiting a little bit longer on throttle through the center just to try and keep it from getting too tight. I don't know, I feel like we may have pushed it a little too hard. We may be falling off pretty bad later. But if we are, maybe we can just pit a little bit early. I wonder if people are going to pit on lap 40 halfway, which would be pretty early actually, because we did 15 caution laps at the beginning of this race to turn this effectively into a 65 lap race. Which means halfway would be right around lap 32, or 32 to go, I mean. So we could probably get it to lap 50 or so before we have to think about pitting. Yeah, even past 50, almost 55. Or 53. But do we want to pit that late? I don't know. We got 0.7 behind us. We got a lap car mixed in up ahead. Yeah, once he moved up off the bottom in front of us, felt like I had a lot more turn. Maybe that's just my imagination, but it feels like there's a bad dirty air problem right now. And these cars shouldn't have a ton of dirty air. Be affected by it that much. They would a little bit. They'd be able to drive through it really well. Let's just run this middle groove, I think, and just see what we can do. That bottom wasn't feeling great last few laps. I'll let the car drift down the track a little bit on exit. Might have another lap car up ahead. Mixed in, 3 wide for a second there. That's the 20. Looks like everyone gets around them. They all seem to be holding low, which is fine as long as they hold the line. You get around them on the outside, fine with me. no turn, no turn. We got up a little too high there, out of the groove. Just got to wait on it. Got 0.8 to the guys behind us. Got a couple people running really high up into the wall. .14 might be catching up to us behind us. We've started catching up to the 1 a little bit more now. They're running a lot higher than I think I want to. I'm liking the way the middle's feeling. Feeling pretty good. What are we going to do once we catch the traffic, though? If they're running the outside, the very wall, very top at the wall, through the corners, I don't think we'll be able to pass them, even if we are able to run middle. It's just going to get too tight if we can't go up to the wall. It is really wobbly, so that's normal for this car. My instinct for pit strategy is go long, but I think we'll see what the 1 does and maybe just follow his lead. He probably knows the correct strategy, I would guess. 2 car, a lot of damage. He's multiple laps down now, no front end on his car. One car gets past the 18. Dives it back underneath him. It's going to hurt his exit. Might be able to get to his outside. Not quite. We got a huge run on him there. He must be getting really tight out of the corner. I just cannot turn on the bottom at all. Good Lord, that felt terrible. That felt terrible. Got back in the gas and instantly stopped turning and shot straight up towards him. Somebody in the wall. 12 car, they're 4 wide. They're going to be wrecking. And we've got nowhere to freaking go.
I did not do that last hour when I threw you guys through.
I was wondering, I didn't see him either, so I didn't even realize it was the last car.
Well, that's not what we wanted. It's not saying the aero damage is going to hurt our speed. That was just the absolute worst timing. They didn't start to get into each other until out of the corner where the car was under the biggest load it could have been, and I could not get it to turn any further left no matter what I did. Like, I tried to slow down, but I was going right up to them, and then they slid down in front of me anyway, so that sucked. But we'll fill the car up, put tires on, see how much damage we got. We got no meatball, so might be able to keep going, but we're probably going to be slower now. Spotter didn't say the car was slowed, but I don't know. That was a pretty hard hit. But the wheel feels fine. Who knows how this will be? Said we had wheel damage, but it feels okay. But with how much we're in the throttle, any arrow damage is going to be pretty bad.
10,
But Spotter didn't say anything about it, so
5,
maybe we'll be surprised here.
3, 2, 1. Right here. All the damage is repairable.
8.5 minutes of optional, so we are probably done. We are most likely 100% done. We're gonna just
Alright, that's
not
it.
fix
Go.
it and just see what happens. We'll probably be toast.
Be mindful, you only have one set of tires remaining. Line up single file.
And that sucks. The RPM's okay.
Head to the
Oh, are we gonna be terrible? Probably gonna finish close to last now, unless they do a bunch of wrecking. Just the absolute worst time, and the guy just drove through the back of him, and that lifted him up in the air, so he instantly spun down the track right on our outside.
Yeah, I see why it's not necessary there. It was almost 4 wide.
They were 4 wide at one point, I believe.
You've got wheel damage. We got damage on the front end.
The front end damage is probably going to slow us down a lot. But I would think if it was going to slow us down a lot, the spotter would say that arrow damage is going to slow you down a lot. But he didn't.
Line up on the outside road now.
But I really don't know. We're in 8th at the moment. 61.72 for that guy. Exactly the same as ours. Maybe we should have got that all fixed, probably, but... or got some of it fixed and went a lap down, but I don't know. We'll just see how it goes. If we get another quick caution and we can tell that we're just nothing, then we'll go back in, but I hope the green doesn't get delayed with the 12 just stopping there. Not sure what that's about. He was the one that got spun down into us. We were having a good battle there for a while, and then they wrecked right in front of us. Okay.
Get ready. Alright, man. Like
And the 12 delayed the green.
Green this time. We are not going green.
Great.
Alright, man. Light it back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are
He
not
just
going
left.
green.
Left the server after he did that. So at least he managed to waste everyone else's time before he left.
Alright, man. We're going green next time. Bye.
We'll just have to see how this car feels. Once we get going, we may be extremely slow and maybe just have to get up out of the way. I don't know, but I would be very surprised if we're able to stay where we are. The RPMs are fine. And the wheel feels fine. But I feel like we look like the 2 without a front end, but for sure the spotter would say we'd had aero damage if we did look like that, right? We didn't get a meatball. I mean, we hit him really hard. I don't know how we didn't. We got lucky we didn't just bust the right front completely. But I don't know. Change tires, put fuel in it, and see what the heck this feels like. Definitely one of the cases where we probably should be at the back and out of the race, but the damage model being what it is, it's a coin flip. Whether you're just destroyed or you're perfectly fine.
The pace car is in. Green flag, green flag.
They did not go behind us. And we are looking pretty slow and feeling like we got no turn. That ain't good. But the people behind us just disappeared, so I don't know what that's about. they're going to be coming up in a hurry. Yeah, we're slow and broken. What else is new, though? They're catching up now. Problem is, even though I'm a lot slower, I still can't take the corners any faster. This sucks. I hate when I have to do races like this where I can't do anything and just go backwards because I'm just broken. But that's part of racing, I guess. Part of racing, happens to everybody. And we get pushed up on the wall because the guy can't wait 2 seconds before putting it 3 wide. Alright. Now we're in 19th or 18th. Looks like that's going to be all we lose. People behind us are even more damaged. But we might blow up, depending on how bad the front end is. Oh well, we just got caught in the exact wrong place at the exact wrong time there. Had they wrecked middle corner or entry to the corner, we probably could have dodged it, but since we were pushing out towards the wall with a very tight setup, with the car under load on the right front, there was zero way to get it to turn left and slow down more. And then they spun down into me. Just absolute awful timing. But the 2 back here is not having a good one either. He's rolling around in 21st, salvaging what he can. We're still in the lead lap, so if they wreck some more, I mean, we can get a couple more spots, but I doubt they're going to wreck enough for us to get a top 15 or whatever. Certainly not a top 10. Take a pretty big wreck for that to happen, but we do have a big pack of cars just ahead of us. But those early wrecks are helping us now. We've only fallen to 18th instead of 28th. Already had a lot of attrition in this one. And we're just past halfway. But frame rate at this place seemed really good. I don't think I noticed any issue on the front stretch at the start or any of these restarts. So that's good. Could be just 2 less car manufacturers to render and some less cars in front of us, but I don't know. Or this track may just be more optimized than Charlotte. That's always a possibility. Even more off the pace than I am, staying up out of the way. Thank you. It was going good though. We were catching up to the 1. We'd gotten back to his bumper kinda, and I thought we were gonna have a chance to follow him through that group of cars, get up close to the top 5. It seemed like we were trending in the right direction. We were starting to go forward. Even though we weren't super good on the right front. And unfortunately, that caution takes all the pit strategy out of it, since that was right at halfway, and we can just make it to the end now. So even if we hadn't been in that wreck, it would have taken some of the fun out of it. But since we were in it, it took all the fun out of it. Now we're just trying to get it to the end without wrecking again.
The lead is on 30.26.
30.26 for the leader. We're a full second off the pace. About to be where we can't see anybody on the track. Might already be at that point, actually. Well, we can kind of see him still. We get another yellow, we'll come down and take tires, fix some of the damage. We'll be at the back anyway. As long as we don't go a lap down. Let's see if there's anybody else one lap down. There's one other car, the 23 is one lap down, so we could potentially lose a spot if we get lapped. Which we certainly might if this goes green, but I actually don't even know where the 21 is. But 21's right there. Who's in? 23, sorry. 23 is back behind us, 6.8 seconds, but I don't know if he's been catching us at all or not. He might be. But he's getting ready to be put 2 laps down, so we'd still be a lap ahead of him. So we should be fine. We just need more big wrecks. That's all we've got to hope for now. You get to ride around with a beautiful unobstructed view of the newly scanned Las Vegas. Where I can't really feel the bumps in turn 1 and 2 at the moment. I don't know if that's just a thing with the car or what. Probably is. Waiting for this thing to be over. We're within 20 to go now, though. I think tomorrow or sometime this weekend I'm going to try and do another mini stock race there at Concord, which is a very fun short track that I enjoy. Did some practice laps on it earlier and was having some fun wheeling that car around there. Maybe I'll post about it when I go race that, and maybe we can get some people to join us.
The lead is on 30.56.
Probably be fun with some people that we actually knew instead of all randos. Wonder if our entire front bumper is gone like it was on the 2 car. 'Cause that's kind of the way it's driving, but I swear the spotter would say that aero damage is probably hurting you a lot or whatever. If that were the case. We didn't get a meatball or anything, but we had a ton of damage. Like, we only had 2.5 minutes in the 87 race on the right front, and the spotter mentioned the aero damage. 8.5 minutes seems to be terminal. I don't know how it wasn't a meatball. We're going to be getting lapped before the end of this one unless there's a yellow. So it doesn't appear to be. They've gotten all their wrecking done. Unfortunate for us, but that's the way it goes. Once I get in a wreck, they're done. That's it. How about another 2X to top it off, because I'm half paying attention for the corners.
We got damage on the front end.
All the same damage. Didn't really need another 2X, but oh well. I love it when you get a really, really tight car, just because they make the setups way too tight, and then you get right front damage, which just multiplies the tightness by like a factor of 5. Makes it really fun to drive. I can't think of a more fun car to drive. One car is up in second now. 6 cars leading this thing by a couple tenths. They're still running in the 30s. They probably will until the end. I'm looking down at that instead of the straightaway, but who really cares? Two and a half seconds now. We'll be coming up on 10 to go in a couple laps. Just won't turn out of 3 or out of 4. We'll try and keep an eye in the mirror and see what line those guys are running. Looks like they're side by side actually, so we may just want to go to the apron once they get to us. If we have an opportunity for that. They may have just got single file again, but still running both lanes. They're probably just back and forth. Alright, gotta pay attention for a minute here while they come up and lap us. Ten laps to go. Alright, we're just gonna show that we're gonna hold very high. We'll do that on the front stretch and through 1 and 2. Let's give them plenty of room. Good job, the next car's the leader. Yeah, good job. I did really good to get the leader right in front of me. Then we got the 8, who's a little ways back, and then he's got a big gap to the 4 car. Don't think we were going to be able to keep up with the 1, even if we hadn't broken our car in that wreck, but I feel like we could have moved forward some. Now, it looks like this guy's been running the wall, so we'll just stay low for him.
Got one outside. You're clear high.
Nice and easy. Then we got a little bit bigger of a pack, so we'll probably just go high for those guys. if they get here, which they probably will. We've still got a few laps left. Yeah, they're gonna get here for sure. We'll show them we're running the outside. Hopefully they see that. Let's not put it in the wall. Nope. Get a caution, get a green, white, checkered.
Oh, that was the 25. He literally stopped. All I said was back out of the gas. He's getting ready to wreck 4th and 5th. He has nobody to pass.
We're the lucky dog. That's pretty neat. We get a free pit stop.
Whoever brought that out, I hope their mom whips their ass tonight.
Oh, he just stopped on the track, and the caution was there was no crash.
Out. He quit. So, I mean, technically you guys can report him.
Yeah, no crash. I said, you asked, if I were you, I would back out of the gas. And he slammed on the brakes and stopped.
Well, if that's the case, that's pretty bad.
Everyone.
One car stays out. Interesting. That might work out good for him.
Hopefully you all have to leave. We haven't had any problems. I gotta get out of the way.
Yeah, no, I thought he's done it wrong. It's just, he has nobody to pass him down multiple laps. I don't know.
Alright, now we can pit, I believe, right?
He was racing to catch up to me. I get you can still get the iRacing points. Notice
We'll go down and take some new tires and fix whatever we can.
go under me or above me.
It's not going to make much of a difference. Don't speed, though. Goodness.
Don't want to impact the actual race. I'm not going to pass anybody. He was passing people. That's kind of wrong.
5.
Yeah, we were all, I mean, I was
2.
a few car lengths back, but
Right
I
here.
had to get way out of the gas because he was
All
coming
the
like a
damage
bat
is
out of hell
repairable.
right up on me. But
What's the right front now after all the wrecking?
shitty thing to do.
67, 77, so same difference, really. Get some of this fixed.
Okay.
Try not to go a lap down again. And we can finish on the lead lap, I guess, but it's not going to be much with that. Still in 18th, even with the caution and the guy leaving.
Alright, that's it. Go.
We get about 30 seconds fixed. Not really 30 seconds since we had to change tires and stuff, but something. And we get one green, white, checkered, but us being on the lead lap means if they crash on the white flag on the backstretch or something, we could get free spots. Because we're not going to fall off too far in just a couple laps, so we could end up getting a couple free spots here. Maybe that is going to help us, but we'll see. So just because of that, we're going to try and get a decent jump. We are the lucky dog, so we got to start at the back. And we've got a long ways to go to catch the field still. Should have time though. 23's got a lot of damage. We're going to have to get around him. Doesn't seem like there's that many cars left. Since it's within 10 to go, the lap cars don't go to the inside.
Get ready.
I need to fix the voice chat volume. I can barely hear anybody.
Alright, man. 8 cars in.
And they're already wrecking.
Green flag.
Attaboy,
All right,
one.
man, caution is out. Caution is out.
They're already wrecking. We're gonna get some free spots. Yay!
23, car by.
Race is over. We didn't get to use go green at all.
Sorry, boy, I thought we were going. I ran over too, man.
We're in 15th.
Yeah, the entire field crashed. That's the way you gotta win, because you're about to get past.
Past the 8 car. Catch the 23
I was in
car.
16th before that last caution. Came in, got 2 tires, came out 11.
We should have stayed out.
That was a freaking crazy swing.
Didn't think they'd just wreck immediately.
E4, dead fucking last.
Not a great race.
Yeah, I have to go watch the replay on that one. See if we get any fans
Not a
there.
great race here.
Well, good right there.
Alright, man.
Nice to see
White
you.
flag.
Come around and get the white.
One more to go.
We're in 15th.
That was a cheat, man. But, that race that we had was pretty damn good. What was your right front?
On the first one, it was like, I think my right front on the first hit was
Yeah, the pace car is
65,
flying.
right?
Get this race done quick.
What about this one race?
It was a little worse at 60 and like.
So we'll have to take a look at all the stuff happened at the beginning and then right at the end. See what happened up front. But I'm happy to get our 15th. Don't pass the 23 before the line because that will cause problems.
There's the flag. It's over.
We'd stayed out there.
Bring it on home.
Well, we would have been at the end anyway because we were the lucky dog, so nothing would have changed. If we were on the lead lap when the caution originally came out, instead of getting put a lap down, we could have stayed out there and gained a bunch, but of course we would have had no way of knowing if they were going to wreck, and yeah, the entire nose is gone, but apparently no aero damage according to the spotter. But yeah, pretty easy to see why we would be way off the pace. And apparently all of that is repairable. The new damage model is very realistic. Alright. First incident, 24. Just gets hooked by the 28 coming down the track. And that's a big one. 28, I guess, just had a bunch of wheel in it. Trying to keep it off the wall, and it just snapped on him out of the corner. Or he just wobbled down there. Look, he just tried to get it straight, but then just barely clips the 24's bumper, and that sends him around. People still wrecking in that, and that's why we got so many spots, or why we were able to keep so many spots. And then this is under yellow. 28 just running into the back of the 25 for some reason. Was the 25 even in the yellow? Was he hitting him there too? Yeah, just running into the back of the 25. And revving up next to him. This is under green. He's 10 miles behind the yellow, behind the wreck. But then the 28 decides he's going to go after the 25. For who knows what reason. That is bizarre. And then the 28 running into somebody else, causing that wreck. So yeah, that's 2 wrecks the 28 has caused. Just driving through people on a restart. Not sure. And that's what gives the 2 a bunch of damage, because they just all... He gets packed right there. He already had a bunch of damage, it looks like. But that adds some to it. 24 just needs to be slowing down and just doesn't in time. That gets the 25 again. Yeah, not sure what the 28 was doing. But definitely see why everyone was mad at him at the beginning. Then we got some wall hits. We got back here the people that were in the wreck previously, net coding together. Keeps them straight though, it looks like. But 20 is not turning. But we did the same thing once we got our damage. Car getting the wobbly down the straightaway. 13 here. He is looking very tight. No turn there. Maybe just getting some tire warnings now. We're on lap 33. And then there's a couple people into the wall out of turn 2. That's where it felt the tightest all race. '26 car on the back stretch, nothing. 22. People coming to pit road, maybe? One guy is. And then this is the 4 wide thing. So we've got the 13 who's in 21st. He's a lap down. He's kind of holding. He's not all the way up by the wall, and there's 3 wide right behind him. But nobody really backs out of it. 12 goes up to the wall. 13 does come down a little bit, but he still gets put basically 4 wide. The 13 did come down though some, but he may not have known there were 2 lanes there. But 5 doesn't really come up. 13 doesn't really come down that much. 5 comes up a little bit. And then the 12's in the wall above him, and then as soon as he slides up, I'm trying to get it turned, and I actually keep it a lot lower than I expect, or I thought. I was able to keep it lower, but I needed to go even lower than that since they spun down. I was on the brakes trying to get it to slow down and just couldn't get it slowed down in time. And then we were in it and destroyed. And that ruined our race. Just unfortunate deal there with the lap car. Just everybody running over each other. And then 12 cars sliding down the track. And collecting us, so. Unfortunate there. And he's broken big time. We're broken big time. There's going to be a stack up here on the entry to 3. Yep, 12 just rams into everybody. Causes another big wreck there under yellow. He didn't really cause the first one, but he caused that one. 17. Up the track a little bit, but nothing. Jump to lap 71. We'll see when this final yellow comes out, if it's an actual yellow or not. See what happened with that. Bunch of tire warnings, that's all this is. 25 on lap 62. Just slams on the brakes and then stops on the backstretch. And that's a yellow. So that is not good. Definitely protestable. If you're gonna quit, either Alt F4 or pull it to the pits, because you just affected the outcome of the race. Not a bunch of very good drivers in this one. And then whatever this was, people just, I mean, the one didn't do anything wrong there. I think a lot of people were complaining about him at the beginning there, but he just waited till green, and they just all started going before he was going. Like, he controls the start as the leader. He did in the 4 car, and they just all get stacked up and then immediately wreck over the top of the guy. But that gets us a few spots, I guess. Luckily, but not a very good race, unfortunately. We were having some fun racing there, though, at the beginning, the first half, until we got in that wreck, and then it was just get it to the end after that. But that's the way it goes. wasn't too bad.